Today I'm here with the multi-talented Emily, who is going to try and teach me and test me on some Japanese language knowledge, since I am a very junior learner of Japanese way back in my high school years, and Emily has a lot more experience learning Japanese than I have, and is planning to make some practical use of her knowledge here today by teaching me and also taking her language overseas and teaching English in Japan later next year. So this is good preparation.
Alright, so we've got 10 phrases that I think are pretty useful today. Bear with me if my pronunciation is terrible. I haven't had much exposure to actual Japanese speakers and haven't been learning it for that long myself, but it should vaguely make sense. So we'll start with appropriate greetings for times of the day. How to say good morning.
General, just konnichiwa.
General kind of hello can be konnichiwa. How to say good morning is ohayou gozaimasu.
Yes. Okay, yes, I do read this. This is the problem. As soon as you say it, I know it, but until then, it's like, no.
It's much harder to pull up the words in your brain than
Yes.
to recognise them.
Okay, ohayou gozaimasu.
And that's the formal version. If you're just between friends, you can just say ohayou.
Okay.
And now what you said before, good afternoon, is konnichiwa. Number 3, good evening, is konbanwa.
I don't remember that one too.
Number 4, you might go into how you would introduce yourself, or if you met someone new, you would probably say, how do you do? Which is hajimemashite.
Hajimemashite.
And after saying your name, you might say, nice to meet you, which is yoroshiku onegaiします.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Onegaiします.
Onegaishimasu, okay.
And if you want to be more formal with that greeting, even more formal than all those words, you can say dozo yoroshiku onegaiします.
Dozo yoroshiku onegai shimasu.
On to number 6 is a bit of a funny one. It means like slow down, or could you wait for me? And that is chotto matte.
Chotto matte.
But in my Japanese little guidebook / phrase book, I found the same word in the relationship section. And in the relationship section, it said that it meant easy tiger. So if you ever need to know that, there you go. Chotto matte. Number 7 is a word that has many uses. It can mean excuse me, sorry, pardon me, or thank you for taking the trouble. And that is sumimasen.
Sumimasen.
Sumimasen is a word that you can use in lots of situations. So if you're trying to get somebody's attention, like at a restaurant, you can say sumimasen. Or if you've just stepped on somebody's foot, you can say sumimasen. And also if someone's done something for you and you're saying thank you for taking the trouble or taking the time. Number 8 is what you say before eating to kind of say thank you for the food. And that is Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu.
The equivalent greeting for after you've finished eating, which is a bit longer. This one is gochisousamadeshita.
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 Okay. Gochisousamadeshita. Okay.
And lastly, one that's always useful, thank you. Remember that one?
Arigatou.
Arigatou.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Yes, so arigatou is informal and arigatou gozaimasu is formal.
Okay. Yes, I remember one beforehand. And I think I remember some bonus points since I failed so badly on my surprise. I think I remember how to introduce myself. Watashi wa Tegan desu.
Yes, I am Tegan. So if you were to put that in the context of the other greetings we learnt, you would probably say the appropriate greeting for the time of day. So right now it would be ohayou gozaimasu, and then you would say how do you do, hajimemashite, and then you could say
私は自分です。
And then you'd say, nice to meet you. よろしくお願いします。
Like, all of that stuff I probably learned over a year and a half, and you've just taught it to me again in 10 minutes, so you're definitely
But the fact that you've learned it before will probably help you in an hour or so when we come back and do a little quiz.
I'm totally worried now. Definitely going to be studying. We're back and it's language lessons with Emily. So she's going to test me now on my Japanese phrases, and I'm going to see how well or how poorly I can do after doing a quick study up over lunch.
Alright, here we go. How to say excuse me.
Itadakimasu? No.
It can also mean sorry, pardon me, and thank you.
Yep, this is where brain starts pulling out all sorts of unhelpful ideas and words it's not really looking for. No, I'm doing the start.
Want a clue?
Yep.
The first sound is su.
Sumimasen.
Yes. Next, good afternoon.
Konnichiwa.
Nice to meet you.
No.
It's one of the long ones.
No, I'm doing another hand.
Yo.
Yoroshiku.
It's yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Good morning.
No, konbanwa is evening.
Alright, got the evening one.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
What's the word for thank you?
Arigatou or arigatou gozaimasu.
Woohoo!
If you're being formal.
After eating.
Something?
Gochisou.
That's coming.
Alright, gochisousamadeshita. And how would I say easy, Tiger?
Slow down. That is chotto matte.
The last one. How do you do?
Brain is coercive. And wait, it's kind of not important. Hajimemashite.
Yes, well done.
Okay, so this is why I am not a linguist. I will quite happily just stick with English. Unfortunately, I'm not destined to become proficient at other languages, it seems. But thank you, Emily, for your expertise. I wish you well in using and expanding your Japanese. So until next time, if you are learning languages or just sticking with what you've got, keep smiling, stay safe, and be happy. じゃあね。
じゃあね。
Give it one more chance.